Today we are making this high-low top, and it is in many different forms, but today I want to share one of them. So if you are new, kindly subscribe. If you are returning, I love you so much. Let's start the video. So this is the front. It is cut on a straight as you see it, and I cut it according to the hip measurement because it's the largest measurement plus seam allowance, seam and ease allowance. And then I have the back. The back is folded diagonally, and it is kind of a little bit tilted. It is not straight, but the front is straight, guys. So now I'm putting there's this line that I'm starting with on top here, so that I'm placing my front the right way. So this is the place that is showing that the back is folded on a diagonal. It's not a zipper allowance, it's just showing us that the back is folded diagonally, but the front is straight. So the back length is about 38 inches, and I went ahead folding it. Since this is a high-low top, you can just do it any way you want. So you can even curve it from the center back there going to the sides, or from the center back going to the up here where the front stops. Many ways. You can just decide according to your preference, but this time round we are using what you're seeing. So my front is about 24 inches long plus seam allowances, 24-25 there, but you can make it even a crop top if that's what you want. So we are taking all the measurements from that center front that you've seen, not from the center back but from the center front. That's where we're taking the measurements from. And this line that I marked up here is just the joining allowance at the shoulder. So starting off, I'm taking the shoulder measurement divided by 2. It is 15 inches, dividing it by 2, 7.5 plus half an inch joining allowance. I mark 8, and from that 8 I go down to get my armhole line. So I go down by 8 inches. So it has to be parallel to the center front. So I also mark 8 inches, then I just draw a line. That is my armhole line. Remember where the shoulder stopped, I have to connect that armhole line. So again, but what I'm doing now is, you can even leave it. I just marked the bust line, but you can leave that. So this is the armhole line that I'm drawing now of 8 inches. Your armhole measurement divided by 2, 16 divided by 2, I get that 8 inches. So now let's mark our neckline. So I'm working with, so I first marked 5 inches, but I reduced it to 4.5 inches. This thing is for a medium person, kind of a small person even. So the neck depth is 3 inches, and the neck width I worked with 4.5. No guys, I think I worked with 4 inches by 4.5 by 4 inches. So the depth is 4 inches and the width is 4.5. So at the armhole I slanted my shoulder by 1 inch, but at the sewing machine I realized I would have worked with half an inch, because after joining my shoulder there was a gaping of which I didn't want it. So just use half an inch and add seam allowance. So getting back to the neckline, I'm marking the back neckline. The width is still the same, 4.5 as the one we used for the front, and the neck width I used 3 inches because I want to be adding a zip. This dress or this top is free, no zip, no button, but you can add it if you want it. So I come back here at the armhole line, bust line, and I mark the bust measurement divided by 4, and then I added 2 inches seam and ease allowance. So from where the measurement stopped, I just straight away connected the line to the hemline of the front, just like that, to the hemline of the front, just a straight line. That's why you know that I didn't mark the hip, I didn't mark the hip line, I didn't mark the, you know, the waistline. So after there, I just carve out the armhole. This is the front armhole, and is it the armhole, guys? Yes. Carving out my armhole front and back as usual. Oh guys, hope you're understanding. I know you are. So after marking everything, I just cut out, but I just cut the back markings first as usual. Back neckline first and back armhole first, like that. And then now I can cut the front neckline. So this is what we have, guys. So let me explain again. You can just do this, you know, high low, just according to your preference. You can just mark out anyhow according to your preference. So now this is what we have. That is the back, and this is the front. So now, getting my front piece again, I'm going to mark 2 inches from the hemline of the front, just 2 inches. I want to carve out that hemline into another new shape. So I just connect from the 2 inches to the side, and you know, just with a straight line or even with a curve, just according to your preference. Then I cut it out, and now the front has a new shape. The front hemline has that new shape as we saw in the picture. So guys, I also cut out my 2 sleeves. I have a video, you can check it out, on how to cut sleeves, and I also cut some facings for both the front and the back. So this is how I'm going to sew. This is my facing. The facing is about 3 inches in length. So I'll just sew half by half an inch, join the back facing, and then I'll do the same even for the front. Right sides facing, I'll just join only around the neckline by half an inch. I'll join the facing to the main piece. So after that, I'll join the shoulders, front to the back shoulder. And after joining my front to the back shoulders, you know, facing separate, oh god, what am I doing? Anyways, facing to facing and main fabric to main fabric. After that, I'll just join my sleeves onto the bodice. So this is me at the sewing machine, joining the facings to the main fabrics, or to the main piece. Remember, you're joining by half an inch, right sides facing each other. So I'm doing this for the front and for the back. After this, I'm just joining the shoulders, and after the shoulders, I'll just attach my sleeves, and I will show you what happens next. So guys, I've attached the facings. As you see, after the facings, I joined the shoulders, and after joining the shoulders, facing was facing the other facing and I joined the shoulders, and then I attached my sleeves still by half an inch sewing allowance, or according to the sewing allowance you leave. So that is one of the sleeves, and this is the other sleeve, neatly done. So now what I'm doing next, guys, is again at the sewing machine, I'll just put my fabric onto the wrong side, then I'll align the sides and sew by 1 inch sewing allowance. Since they are not, you know, of the same size, you just have to push one of the sides, and after attaching the sides, you again push to the other side. So after that, I'll just hem my sleeves like that, folding twice, and then after joining that, I will also hem this other side of the back. I think you're getting it. Then after there, I will hem the front and the back, still folding twice by 1/2 inch. And guys, this is the top now. I've finished hemming the sleeves. The sides are joined together, and whatever is remaining for the back, I also neatly finished it. Then I've hemmed the back and the front. You can even make this style as a dress. So this is the back. This is a simple and short time high-low top, so you can do it anytime. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.